Norman the Lunatic and Trucker Norm. I think you faced Norman the Lunatic, in fact, when you were.
I did, and horrible gimmick. Oh, I was in one.
Go on.
The Desperados.
The Desperados we have there, but we're going to be going more in depth on the Desperados.
God. But that wasn't an Ole idea. I mean, that wasn't a Jim Hurt idea.
That was an Ole idea.
No, that was a Dusty idea. That was Dusty's idea. And this is one of my favorite sayings. It was dead on arrival. Because we took three guys, me, Black Bart, and Randy Colley, put us together as three bumbling ass cowboys. They couldn't figure out. We were looking for Stan Hansen. Sometimes Stan Hansen would be in the same dressing room and the same card as we were on, but yet we were so stupid we couldn't figure that out in a house show. People would say, "Our Stan Hansen, what do you got to tell him?" And we kept wanting to meet. And finally, Stan Hansen had more sense than any of us. Before we could get to the point of finding him, he quit and he left, thus ending the Desperados search for Stan Hansen.
We knew where he was. He was in Japan. Should have, but no one could be bothered flying to find him.
Okay, who else you got?
I promise we'll talk about the Desperados another point. Just very briefly, Norman the Lunatic. Just explain that character to people who don't know it.
I don't know it. I mean, he was just supposed to be a patient from a mental hospital that got out. And I don't know how they thought that he was going to travel around as just a goof, and no logical thinking went into any of this. They took the entertainment value, and that hurt the business more than anything else. Because I don't think they ever recovered from this, to tell you the truth. No. They got better, but
well,
but no, wrestling fans, they have seen it all. But you got to have a lot of respect for wrestling fans. All the shit that they're given, and they're still a fan. So my hat's off to them.
Yeah, Mike Shaw went through 4 WrestleCrap Hall of Fame characters in a row.
My hat's off them.
Yeah.
Who went through what?
Mike Shaw, 4 characters in a row that were all-time god-awful. So it went from Norman the Lunatic to Trucker Norm to Friar Ferguson, the wrestling monk, who made it, I think, 2 TV tapings, and then I think like some Catholic body wrote to the WWF and asked them to take the character away. And then he ended his mainstream career as Bastion Booger.
But was that in WCW?
That was in WWF too. The first 2 in WCW, Bastion, then the second 2 in WWF. And
that kind of, I'm thinking, WWF, they actually took that idea and took that gimmick up there. That bombed, big time bombed. Mm-hmm. He was embarrassed to go out there like that. And he was a guy who was heavily overweight anyway. And they just stuck him out there. Bastion Booger.
Mm-hmm.
It got worse for him. I feel sorry for him, really, to tell you the truth.